We have an update on the Outrunners AEW contract status and future plans. Also, the latest on the Lucha Bros move to WWE. Is it happening? Is it not? And finally, a WWE star is said to be largely done with the company. It's all in the wrestling news. Hello everyone, Jack and Ross here with the first news video of 2 today, I believe.
I bloody hope so, Jack.
I know. We're starting with Fightful's report on the Outrunners. First of all, have you seen much of the Outrunners?
Yeah.
All right then.
I'll watch it, right?
Yeah.
Big fans. How can you not be big fans? Captivating young men.
Yeah.
Not a day over 12.
No.
Obviously on Legends deals for many years now, as we're sat here right now. Lovely
Mentors
hair.
Mentors to The Undertaker, I think they said. He looked up to them back in the day.
Great hair.
Great hair.
Yeah.
The youngest men in the world.
FTR are latching themselves to them currently.
I know.
Because they've got no hope of FTR.
Well, Fightful have revealed that the Outrunners, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum, have signed AEW deals. But you might think, well, that doesn't sound true because they haven't had, the All Elite graphic to announce it. But apparently, yes, AEW have got the Outrunners on their books, but no more details are currently available.
Yeah, Fightful then go on to say the Outrunners have exploded in popularity recently between their vignettes and live show reactions. We're told that AEW has been very happy with their reactions and reception, and a push is expected to continue. We did reach out directly to the Outrunners, and we were only told I can neither confirm nor deny that they are old/too young to sign or not to sign.
Okay. This sounds silly, right? But do you remember, it might have been the first episode of Dynamite, one of the early episodes of Dynamite. I think it was Private Party just beat the Young Bucks out of nowhere.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, they should just do that again.
Yeah,
with the
FTR.
Outrunners. With the Outrunners and the Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give them the belts.
They wouldn't do that, though.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, with FTR, that would be funny as well.
Yeah.
But funnier with the Young Bucks, I think.
If you're getting fan sentiment there, and it's happened organically with the Outrunners because they have been a part of AEW like as an on-screen presence for a little while now, but it feels like it's gone wow-tish in terms of popularity recently. Let's go, I agree with you. Put the belts on them. Because that's the thing. People have been criticising the AEW tag team division for being not booked very well. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's the start of the resurgence.
I think so, and it's a good example of people just getting themselves over by being very charismatic, being very funny. Although I'm assuming they're deadly serious with all their promos and everything.
Yeah, young men.
Yes, and I hope they do very, very well. Just give them the belts. If it's not quite the same, but it happened with Swerve and Keith. They became popular. No, it was the Acclaimed when they beat Swerve and Keith. The Acclaimed became popular out of nowhere off their own back. Do it again.
So sure they can do it before. I know
Yeah.
they claimed to have sort of lost steam with Max Caster doing insane things on his way down the ring. But there was a period of time there, as Jack says, where they beat Keith Lee and Swerve, where because I remember they held off for one more match, didn't they? It felt like they were going to do it because the crowd were going mental, then they held off, and then they finally did it. So they're sure they can do it before.
I think so.
Why not do it again?
Another big AEW tag team is the Lucha Bros, but there's been wide reports recently that Phoenix and Penta have signed with WWE. But according to Fightful Select and the Wrestling Observer, this is still not the case. They are both said to still be with AEW, with Penta's contract being up shortly, and it's not clear how long he has left on his deal.
Yeah, Fightful confirmed this, saying while it is expected that WWE is the ultimate destination, a number of WWE sources confirmed to Fightful Select that the two aren't signed yet.
Sounds like it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, we've heard all the stuff about the merchandise and whatnot, and how WWE are going to be making like Lucha Bros masks and whatnot. Something AEW should have done in hindsight, but it looks like it's all signed, sealed, and delivered, apart from the actual ink being put on the paper yet.
It does sound that way, and also we've heard reports like they're planning to do the new theme for them, which would heavily imply. Oh no, that was the Machine Guns. Damn it! Do you think they'll go to NXT first, actually, or straight to the main roster?
I think they'll go straight to the main roster.
I know, it's a shame.
It is a shame.
It is a shame.
It makes you wonder what they do in NXT, because obviously NXT is the best promotion week on week.
Yeah.
But I guess you don't want to mess with too much, because Lucha Bros as a pair just works, doesn't it? You don't want to put Chef Michaels as flour and other cookery things onto that, do you? To change it as a lot. Yeah.
I reckon that if they do go to the main roster, they'd have to stay away from SmackDown, because I'm assuming they'll want to keep the Bloodline as tag team champions for a while.
Yeah.
Whereas the Judgment Day, was it the Judgment Day? Yeah, they're the Raw tag team champions currently. Imagine the Lucha Bros coming in and feuding with them.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
I'm terrified that it'll just end up in either Legado or the old LWO.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's when Triple H is at the helm.
Yeah.
If you're from a certain place in the world, you must be friends with other people from that certain place of the world.
Or feuding with.
Yeah.
But it's always that. Yeah.
Criticism of the Triple H regime so far.
It is. Elsewhere, Seth Rollins, big Chicago Bears fan. The American football team.
He hates football, though. I see it every single Sunday.
That's because they lose every time. If they win, sometimes he puts "I love football." but I don't think they've been very good for a few seasons. He got himself ejected from a recent game between the Bears and the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium, which I googled, and that is the Colt Stadium. So he was on an away day.
Oh, fair enough.
He's having a great time. Fair enough, getting ejected. Following a funny moment between himself and NFL free agent T.Y. Hilton, who I also googled. He's a former Colts player. He's like a Frank Lampard sort of figure.
Oh, right.
Long-time Colts player. Then one season with the Cowboys, I believe, towards the end of his career.
That's his New York City FC stint, and now he's at Man City.
Well, now he's a free agent, I suppose. But he's a Colts favourite, even though he doesn't play there anymore. And it says here in the notes, Rollins was thrown over the stand by T.Y. Hilton, taking a bump on the ground and playing up to the crowd. He's thrown over the crowd, but it's not that far to the floor.
12-foot drop.
No.
It's absolutely devastating.
No.
Shades of Mick Foley and Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, 1998. It's a devastating bump for Rollins to take, and it's one he could walk away from the incident.
He did walk away and left the stadium, or was escorted out by security, as Hit the Road Jack played over the speakers. I guess it shows that he might be ready for a return to the ring. If he's doing that, it wasn't too big a drop, but he took it all right.
Oh, it was full pro wrestling, this. The big fall, the bubble came out of the hair was going everywhere. It was full on pro wrestling.
He was not selling, but like emoting as he was ejected. Oh, damn it.
And the crowd were popping as well.
Yeah, they were popping.
Get out of here, pal.
He looked healthy, it says here in the notes, and took a bump in the stadium. There's been no confirmed return date but Rollins was featured on the poster for Saturday night's main event, which is returning at the end of the year.
It's a while away, isn't it?
It is a little bit, but I suppose he does deserve a rest after... Well,
his leg nearly fell off, didn't it? Then he came back, then he's gone for another rest again.
And then he probably came back too soon to do WrestleMania and everything. Had the match against Priest as well. And then was the special guest referee. But since then, he's not been wrestling, and I think that's probably a good thing.
But they could be foreshadowing a little bit of future business for Seth Rollins on the Twitter machine, or Bronson Reed's gone into business for himself, because after seeing what he saw, Bronson Reed tweeted the following: "Stay away from my ring, clown. Keep being a goof."
Oh.
Ba, 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 ba.
I don't think it's mentioned in the news notes today, but I do want to mention another SmackDown I saw on social media. Do you see Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade?
No.
They gave it was like a card to CM Punk. It was happy 100th birthday.
Hey, wasn't it like it?
It said happy 100th birthday, enjoy your fruit and protein.
Bloody hell. God, what the like.
I know. And finally, oh my God, Ross, I'm so sorry to report this.
It's a sad time.
Fightful Select have shared an update on Tamina's WWE status.
Yeah, Fightful Select, who have been known to lie on occasion. No, I'm not joking, of course. They're saying that Tamina is no longer on the road with the WWE and hasn't wrestled in over a year and a half. She is largely done with the WWE on a day-to-day basis. They always say all good things have to come to an end, and it's always a little bit of a sadness that you don't realise you're in the good times before the good times come to an end. And the years 2010 until about 2022, little did we know that we were in the good times of Tamina Snuka's in-ring career.
No, didn't really get the push she deserved, you might say.
Oh, you would definitely say it. The
Yeah.
Tamina train gathered real steam during lockdown especially, and it's she should have had multiple women's championships. She got a couple of tag team title reigns, and I guess it's better than nothing.
It's especially a shame now that there's a dominant heel faction made up of Pacific Islanders, and she's not involved in the group.
That always means the door's open for me, you know.
Ah, fair enough.
Solo Sikoa ousted for the real tribal chief, Tamina.
Fair enough, absolutely. We'll be back with more wrestling news later on today and all throughout the day at cultaholic.com. News video 2 will be up later on this very YouTube channel as well. Sounded very aggressive there, I don't know why. News video 2.
Better bloody watch it, right?
Yeah, thanks very much.
You'll smash your face in.
Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and we'll see you very soon.